Nou, in ieder geval voor iedereen die aanwezig is, super leuk dat jullie er zijn. Ik vind het super tof dat we met z'n allen de moeite nemen om toch geïnspireerd te raken door haar verhaal. Dus ik denk dat we dan maar gewoon gaan beginnen.
Yes.
So, Jessica, thank you so much for taking the time for
Thank
us.
you for having me.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Don't be before I'm done.
Well, I am. So, I just ask you to share your story in the business with our team. So, yeah, let's do it. Can't wait.
Then before I start, then I want to know, what do you know about me? Just for fun. I always ask this question when people interview me, like, what do you know about me?
Well, I think it was my first convention in Bonn, Germany. And then I saw Lucas and Timo from Club We. And I was so inspired by them because, normally you see the older people from Juice Plus, and they were so young. And it was a true inspiration to see them grow. They showed a picture from their team in, I think it was on a holiday or something. And then it grew and it grew and it grew. So so I Googled, and on Facebook I followed them, and then you popped up. So and from then I think I followed you, and we chatted a little bit about the pictures at first. That was not so good, but and I was so inspired by your social media skills. So I liked it really much. So that's why I follow you.
So you know a little.
Yeah, and you're
very
from
little.
Sweden.
You were right. I was in Germany.
Yeah.
Okay, so my story is very, very special. It's like a love story, to be honest, that changed my life. I'm a girl who is born and raised in Stockholm. I'm 26 years old, and as a young kid, I lost my father quite early, which made me lose a bit of myself, what I wanted in life. I had no idea which kind of person I was. I was so addicted to attention from people to find my spot, who I was as a person. And I've always been a lot. And I've always been a person that you could hear me, you could see me, and I like that. But I always heard from people, don't stand out, don't be different from other people, like lay back a bit. So I thought that was life. I thought that I had to be like everyone else, so I followed that. And I was not good in school at all because I was very, 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 very unfocused. I was more outside laughing 24/7 and flirting with the teachers. So I got a good grade. So a lot of grades that I have no idea how I have them, but I'm a good talker, simple. And when I quitted school, I was very afraid of what am I supposed to be? Because I don't remember anything from school, and I can't show people my grades from something that I didn't do. My mom helped me with my grades in high school. So we could make sure, like, maybe she learned later so she can have a job or something that is better. So I was super, super afraid. I didn't know what to do. The only thing that I knew was that I've always been very driven. Since I was little, I was very good in making business with people. I was fine. As I found money all over. I won every single game when I was on like Tivolis and stuff like that. So I was never afraid of finding my thing, but I didn't know what. And I've always said to my team and people around me, like, grades should never, ever in your life be the reason for your future. Never. Because some people think that they have to go to school to become something. And some people think that they have to do things that their parents tell them to do to become something. And I know that is what we are taught from every single person around us, but I am a real proof that it is not like that. So when I started this business, I was working in a sports store, like Intersport. I know you have it in Germany. And I was really happy about it. I loved it. It was a lot of young people. I loved sport. But the only thing I didn't love was that when I wake up in the morning and feel that I don't want to go and see my boss, I don't want to go. I don't care if they say I have to be inside. So I was never about money. I've always been earning good in every single job that I had. The only thing I didn't like was someone telling me what to do. In school, in works, mom, boyfriend, whoever, ever, I hated it. So I decided that I have to become something on Instagram. That was my only way. I have to be some influencer, someone who someone sees, like an energy drink or whatever that gives me sponsor. And one day Timo Bauer wrote me on Instagram, and I remember this day so well, and I thought, what is this for a stupid vegan white boy who thinks that I'm going to help him with his products? And I answered him, I saw the video, and then I was invited for an event. And I thought directly, that guy is traveling a lot. And I'm very flirty, I'm very charming. Maybe I can go and travel with this guy. I don't know what he's doing, but I'm going. That was the only reason, because I never ever in my life thought that he looked good or something in that direction. But I went to the event, I brought a friend, and the moment I went into that hotel and Timo saw me, it was like, you go inside, there's a stair up in another floor, and Timo stood on the other floor and he was like, hey Jess. And I was totally sold. I don't know why, but I fell in love with him for a second. And then I just said, doesn't matter what this event is about. Where he is going, I am going. So after the event, I don't remember anything from the event. I don't remember what we were talking about, the business, nothing. I fell in love, and I was doing the business just to be around him, to be honest. And 2 weeks after I met Timo, I moved to Germany. I left everything that I had because I was both in love, and I realized that I was very, very good in the business. Very good. So when I started, I had twins. I was a bonus mom for 2 twins. I had a lifestyle that was not a lot of time. I couldn't do business, I thought. But I decided that if I want to become more than this, I have to take every single 5 minutes that I have and do the best out of them. So I was running to toilets 24/7 when I was working in the sports store, just to answer customers, just to write people, just to post a text. And my boss, I remember that he thought that I was really, really bad in my stomach. Because the first 2 weeks I was running 24/7. It's like, can someone take the cashier? I have to go. And after 2 weeks, I reached SC, my first position. And I think I had like 1,200 euro out, which was very good in an extra for working non-time at all. And then I said to myself, hey, if I can shit on the toilet and make money like this, why the hell should I be in a store? Because I was always like this, very open, very talk with people. I was very, very like service-minded, but the people around me wasn't. But we earned the exactly same. So I didn't realize why I should be there. Because, you know, when you stand in the bar, for example, you can stand there and push up like hundreds of beers just because it's a lot of people. And the other person next to you can do 6 beers because he knows I'm earning exactly the same, even if I do hundreds or 6. And that's what I felt. So after 2 weeks, I said to my boss, sorry, I have to leave. I think this is the way. And I don't say to you guys, quit your job and just do it. I'm a person who should be in The Lion King because I am Hakuna Matata. I don't care about anything. because I believe if your stomach say try it, then just do it. You have nothing to lose, because I've always been listening to my stomach. After 5 months, I reached QNMD. I was club 10. I had an income on 3,400, something like that. And then I stopped, literally stopped, because I wasn't happy. Because the love of my life, which is a person I will always have a lot of respect for, we realized that we couldn't have a business in 2 different cities. It was very hard for me working from Germany, going back to Sweden, coming back. So I left Timo last year in July and tried to understand how important this business was for me, and try to understand that this business has nothing to do with your upline, your downline, sideline. It's just about you. And I didn't feel good by not being around my team. And when I left, I was very, very heartbroken, of course, because I've been spending 2 years in Germany. I speak fluent German, but I will not do it in here. Too shy for that.
Oh, we're from Holland.
I speak
I can't
German.
speak German.
Don't you?
No. We're
Where
from
are you
Holland.
from? I thought I
Holland.
heard German in the Zoom.
No, it's Dutch.
Very
It's
cool.
not similar, but I can understand
I
it
know.
a little bit,
Mhm.
but
But I do speak German.
okay, well, that's cool.
And then when I left and I came back to Sweden, I reached NMD directly. The month after I reached NMD. And the thing is, guys, that the story with Timo is the best story, and I could go in long for it. He changed my life. He's been changing a lot of who I am today. The thing with this business is, for me, in my story, why I am where I am, is because I always believed that I am born to be like I am. I am born to be a person who stands out. I am born to be a person who takes a lot of space. I am born to be a person who do different from others. And I don't care about what other people think. Just go with your own guts. So I did. And when people saw me in the beginning, they say, why are you doing this shit? And today they're asking, how the hell are you doing this shit? Because I earn more money than I ever thought I could. And I travel the world. I have amazing people within the business and outside because of the business. And when you know already now when you are in, there's a reason you sit here tonight. Even if I was 1 hour late, there is a reason you sit inside, because there is something you are missing, or you want to try change for someone, for yourself, or someone in your family, or you want to prove for someone. The only person you have to prove for is yourself. Because I was trying to prove for Timo that I was the one leader he thought I was. And my goal was always to become better than him. And I already did. Because this business is not about positions. Never been. It's not about clubs. It's not about positions. It's about waking up knowing how many people's life you change by being you. Whether it's 1, 10, hundreds, thousands. So do this business for you. And I promise you, if you just follow your gut and don't do things for other people around you, even if they don't support you, don't go there. That's my only tip. Because if they don't support you now, they will never be people who support you later in any other thing that you choose to do.
Love it. I'm a much bigger fan now. So keep going.
What was your second question? I don't remember.
I asked about your social media. What are your top tips? Tip tops? Tell us.
That's a secret.
Oh, shit.
No, it's not a secret. The thing is, guys, why some people are successful in this business and some are not is because some people are doing it by passion. I'm very, very good in making photos. I've always liked photographing food, colors, and just being crazy, I guess. But being good on social media is about having the eye for the thing that you are doing. Because some people are not supposed to be on Instagram. If everyone here is on Instagram, really ask yourself, are you trying to build a business on Instagram, but your profile look like shit? Log out. It's true. If you are not good in having a good feed on your Instagram, then don't try to find people following you on Instagram. Because there is like this, people choose too many sites being on a site, like I have to be on Snapchat, I have to be on Instagram, I have to be on Facebook. Choose the side where you are very good in working instead. And I'm very good in photos, so I can be on Instagram. But that's fact. I'm sorry, but it's true. And I know now that people are scrolling in their Instagram. It's like, am I the person she's talking about? You have to decide that yourself if you are the person. The thing is, what I am doing is I'm very, very passionate about what I'm doing. I made an alarm so I didn't miss you out.
Good.
I'm very passionate about the things that I'm doing, and I chose 3 topics that is absolutely me. So my biggest tip for every single one of you is to pick 3 topics that is like the best things that you know. For me, it's food, it's fitness, and it's photo. The other things around that is just a plus. But your profile is your own blog. So every single time when I start a new person, I always ask them, what do you like? And why do you like it? And some people wrote like bed sheets. But we tried to make the business out of bed sheets, which ended up in like, she had a name for a special bed that we have in Sweden, but it became very big because she made a market out of it. It was very crazy, but it was like we found a way out of things that she felt very passionate about. So if you like makeup, don't even try to coach people in fitness. Talk about what the products do with people who like beauty. What is your biggest topic with the products and beauty? And don't go outside there. So I always say to people, choose 3 topics and post about those 3 topics every single day and don't change them. Because a lot of people, they go inside and then they say, it doesn't work. Yeah, because you tried it 4 days. What are you expecting? That you will go to bed and tomorrow you wake up and be a millionaire? You have to work for it. So one tip, make 3 topics that it's absolutely you. And every single time when you're posting about it, the headline should be the name for it. Like, for example, Nielsen's Kitchen or Fitness with Jess. So it's always the same topic, but then I write something about it. Because then it's very easy to see, okay, this is the topic. It's always the same. This is what I found on her profile. So when a mom, for example, want to get in shape and know how to make food, they know Jess writes a lot about food. I go there. So it's very important to have 3 topics and always stay with them. Topic number 1. 2, if you want to be good on social media, I would absolutely say read books about it. I've been reading a lot of books. I've been YouTubing. I don't look at Netflix anymore. I do, but don't tell anyone. And I try to Google, YouTube, a lot of things that I don't know. And the best thing is, I write to people that I think never ever would answer me, but they do, some of them. Like big people, big bloggers in Sweden, people who wrote a book about social media, because everything that we can have is what? A no or not an answer. So I've been learning a lot from being a person who dare to do things that other people don't and learn from the best. And another tip from my own social media is, if you don't do it for you, you just do it for money and for business and trying to post a lot of products, you're dead. 100%. If you go on my profile, promise you, you will not even notice that I'm a networker from Just Plus. Of course, you see some products, I show them because I'm proud of them. They changed a lot for me and my clients and my partners and family. But that is not what people are buying. They are buying me. They like what I stand for. They like what I'm talking about. They like my Q&As. They like my creativity in the pictures. And it's like following someone who has the same passion as you. So stop having headers from Juice Plus. Stop writing Juice Plus 24/7. Don't post hundreds of things about the products. Talk about more what you like and why you are using them to the things that you are like interested about. And I know that was a question from you as well, as the food makers that I created 2 years ago. When I started this business, everyone was so into fitness. Everyone was coaching people. They were making a lot of schedules for the clients. I don't know, what do you guys do today?
Yeah, we also have schedules.
All right. So you put a lot of unnecessary time on customers. All right. It goes a lot of time taking care of customers, I know. And if you feel that this business takes a lot of time, don't quit. Find a way to make it easier. As simple as that. Some people are very clever in making this business. Why? Because they do their thing, not what someone taught them to do. And that is the difference. What Timo taught me, I don't even have more than 3% of it. He showed me how to do a customer. He showed me how to do a partner. He showed me how to open a Zoom account. He showed me how to make an order. The rest was up to me. So all the tools that I have is things that I created. I didn't wait for anyone to do it. But the thing was that I had bulimia some years ago, and I was very, very sick. I lost 13.5 kilos in 1.5 months, which is very much. And I think it's a lot of like hectic that people are talking a lot about going down in weight and lose fat, be in shape, and la la la. And I couldn't stand up for that, really. I didn't want to push my clients because I'm not here to be their coach. I'm here to show them the product. We are product sellers, simple. Don't ever tell yourself that you're not a product seller, that you're not a networker, because you're a networker who sells a product that you're proud of. And if you don't find a way how to do it, then you have to ask yourself, is this what I really want to do? And for me, it was, for sure. I love the product, but I didn't love the coaching, the business. So I sat down one night with Timo and I said to him, I have to change. I have to change now, because if I want to be the first PMD in Sweden, there's no one here in the Nordic, then I have to do my thing. And then I came up with the food makers, which is insane how good it goes. And the thing is that we just started a new team with the food makers, and every single one who is in has different kind of views what they want. But every single one has the same view, that the product is massive and it changed a lot for them and for the clients. So the food makers for us made me sit up to 3:30 every single night the latest week, because I love it so much that I don't go to bed. How many people in here been sitting up 1 or 2 nights sometimes where they like stream series? But when you get tired of the business, you go to bed, right? Yeah. Why? Because you're not passionate enough. When you fail and you fail and you fail, but you still have the enthusiasm for the things that you are doing, it doesn't matter how many times you fall. It sounds so to say it, but it's true. When you do your things that you love, that you really care about, that it's going to be a name that every single one is talking about, you could sit up for hours. So the food makers for me made me not work for money anymore. It doesn't make me work for my position. The only thing that I'm working for at the moment is, if I die tomorrow, I want to know that I changed a lot of people's lives. That is my vision. So ask yourself now, take a paper and do like a cross, like this. So you do like a cross on the paper, simple like that. And in one corner, you write community. The other corner, you write safety. The third corner, you write freedom. And the fourth corner is, I lost it, safety, community. All right, it is something, it comes up soon.
It's okay.
There are 4 things. And the thing is, when I come up with a 4th one, you have to look at this paper and ask yourself, why am I here? If you are just here for the community, then be fine with not doing that much. But for me, the only thing that I wanted when I started was freedom. That was the only thing. And personal development is the 4th, sorry. And when I started and I felt that I wanted freedom, that was what I worked for. But I am free today. I don't say that I have financial freedom, but I can say that I can live, I can do what I want, and I have a lot of fun, and I invest a lot in my business. And I've been doing that since, I've been in the business 3 years in January, but I can say since the first year, 6 months after I started, I didn't care anymore. But the thing is that I don't care about the freedom anymore. The only thing that I care about is my own personal development. So you can't be full. If you look at that paper now and say, but I'm still safe, I'm freedom, and I am personal development as well. No, you're not. You're just one. One is stronger than the other. And you have to ask your team as well when they start. Because then you also know where to put your focus. Where is your focus? Why are you working with the business? Because when you create something now that you really feel like, Esther taught me that, but I don't actually like that. I like making foods. Maybe I should do my own cooking book or whatever and share that with my clients. Then do it. Because Esther, for example, is just sharing the things that she knows and the things that she likes and the things that she sees works. But she has no idea where you are going with your idea if you use it. So when I created the Food Makers, my whole business went in another direction, especially with, I took vacation for the first time, 3 weeks. I didn't do a shit, sorry, because I needed it. I never ever in my life took a break from the business because I wanted so much from it. But I've been building such a stable business that even when I was free doing nothing, I had 27 customers who made big orders from me that month. I think I took out 4,200 without doing anything. But when I didn't do anything, I still been building a business that I've been qualified every single month. I have the PB, the POB and everything that I need to have. And I still earn a lot of money. That made me realize when you build something that is so you and you can't get your fingers off it, people will see it. And success leaves clues. And when people see that I'm so passionate about the Food Makers, it will just be more and more and more. And we just had our delivery now from our customer books. We did business cards. We have goodie bags. We're doing a lot of things now because we have to invest to become bigger. And I would never do it if I did something that someone else taught me to do. So every single one who is in now tonight, when Esther asked me, why did you create Food Makers? The only answer is because it's my business. And if I want to come somewhere, I have to do what I like to do. And if you don't know how to do it, then don't expect that you will become successful either. Because every successful person in this business came up with something that they thought they were trying, and then it worked out, and then they do it bigger and bigger, and then they share it with other people, and then they come up with more things. So you have to be very creative, and you can only be creative if you have 3 topics. What do I like? How can I become better? How can I reach my customer in a better way, save time? Because you know what? I don't help my customers. I'm a product seller. They love my products. They get our customer book. They just go into our food makers group, and then they have everything they need. I don't have to coach them. I don't have to put time. I put time on the people I want to spend time with. The people in my team, my family, people outside. Because this business is not about being like a dance on roses, but it's not about being so stressful that I'm dying tomorrow. How many people inside here feel that they are stressed, they have a lot to do, they don't know how to go to the next step, it feels like I have loads of messages, and I just stand still? How many people feel like that?
I am.
All right, everyone stand up. I'm gonna stand up as well. Stand up from your chair. Don't care if it's 10:30. Get up. All right, so you have a chair behind you now at the moment, and I want you to sit 90%. So not all the way, but almost. And hold it. And don't cheat. So almost, you're almost sitting on the chair. Take a hand up when it starts burning a bit in your legs. I start to feel it. Someone else start to feel in their legs. Come on.
Yeah, I feel it.
Good. Stand up. Sit down again. 90%, not 100. Someone to start feeling it now. I see some red faces in the camera. Start to get hard. All right, stand up. And now you sit down the whole way. What was the easiest? Giving it 100% or giving it 90?
Yeah, 100.
Of course.
Yeah.
So think about that every single time you decide to go to bed earlier, every single time you decide to not do what you plan to do your thing 100%. Because you will never ever reach your goal if you do 90% of the things that you don't know if it's your thing. And I promise you, your whole business will change if you find your topics, do what you like to do. Don't expect that someone in your team will help you become successful. Don't expect that someone will come with a good idea for you finding a customer or whatever. I did everything myself. YouTube, Google. I went to Las Vegas. I went on GoPro. I invested a lot of money and time to get more money back. And trust me, it's been hard. I left my home, my husband, everything in 1 week. And it was very hard. But here I am, stronger than ever, better business than he has, not in money, but in the way how I do it. So never compare yourself with the PMD or whatever. Compare yourself with, am I different today than I was yesterday? Can I do better tomorrow than I did today? And push yourself 24/7 to become the best version of yourself within the business.
Wow.
What was the third question? I have to read your... If there's anyone who has a question, please write in the chat, because I'm a superhero in talking a lot because I'm very passionate about my work. And I love questions, because if you have questions, now everyone has questions, then write them and I try to answer as many as I can.
Well, I think I had a question about how you keep your teams motivated. But it's a little bit answered already.
I can say like this: you can never, ever keep your team motivated, because motivation comes from the inside, right? So never ever talk with your team and try to push them. Come on, I know it's been hard, but you can do this, blah, blah, blah. Sign new people. all the time. I have over 49 front lines. I've been signing over 90 people within 2 years because I don't wait for people to ride my bike. I take the people who want to ride my bike directly, and the people like stopping in the middle of the way, throw them off. Because it cannot be that someone is bicycling forward and someone is pushing you to go backwards. So there is nothing I do to motivate my team. The only thing I'm doing is leading by example. Stop following people and start being a person that other people want to follow. That's also a sentence I say a lot. Stop following others and be the person other people want to follow. You see it in my intro on my Facebook. Like, become a person that people wake up and think about. Like, hey, today I'm going to be like Jess. I like Jess. I'm going to be on Jess. Because that is what you want that your team is doing, right? You want them to look up at you and see the things that you are doing. So my biggest tip for every single one, what I'm doing every single day, and I've been doing it since I started, is every single morning that I wake up, I never ever use my phone the first 2 hours. Never. I don't even look at it. The only thing that I'm doing is maybe make a post, I'm up. So write this down, because I really want you to understand that if you use your phones, go through your messages, the first thing that you are doing in the morning, you're destroying your whole mindset, everything. And you will hear it from a lot of successful people, but it's true, I hated it from the beginning. It was very, very hard. I want to see if someone is flirting with me. But the first 2 hours when you wake up is the first 2 hours when your brain is the most active to take information, to be on a special mode. So what I am doing every single morning when I wake up, even if I can go up at 12, I always go up at 6:30, 7. I try to keep my routines to have like a normal job. Because I want to lead by example. I want to show my people who do the business not full time, that I'm also working really hard. So the first thing that I'm doing is that I am sitting down, take my book, and I always write down 5 thankful things that I'm thankful for every single morning. And don't say my kids, my family, that the normal things, because we all know that you are very thankful for your kids. I hope you are, or your boyfriend, or things. Start to think about small things that you maybe never ever thought about. It could be, my fridge is full of food. I slept in a warm bed. I got a kiss goodbye when my husband left. You know, there are a lot of people who never had that. And that made me every single morning never ever complaining about things. Sorry, but it's true. I could miss the bus. My boyfriend could dump me. We could have a fight, but there is worse thing than that. So 5 thankful things every single morning. Write your to-do list. What shall I do today? And don't write hundreds of things, because you will just fail. Start with 5. And when you've done 5, then add 2 new things, and don't go to bed until you're done. And with those things, don't write like, I'm going to write 300 people. I'm going to add 500 people on Facebook. There's nothing. What is that? Start to focus on the things that you have on Facebook already. Today, I'm going to make 3 posts. Simple. The post is about my kitchen, my 3 topics, for example. I'm going to call the bank because I have a bill that it is fucked up. I have to fix it. You can write things outside the business, but do a to-do list that's very important every single day. Because you know what? You feel very good when you cross every single thing before you go to bed. You feel like a superhero, even with what go on toilet on the to-do things, for example. And then I always listen on a podcast. I've been listening to GoPro for years, front and back, because you learn every single time. If you never been listening to GoPro, then do it, because it's like a for sure thing to do. Because if you ever put on news on television, start to argue with people, go in your chat and see a customer, it's like, hey, I want to refund my products. I don't like them. I'm sick. Then you go around with the stress the whole day, like, oh, the first thing I have to think about is Anna Maria, who has a very bad stomach because of the complete. But when you have a good day in the beginning of the morning, you've been listening to your podcast, you've been writing your thankful 5. I always go on a morning mile. So I go 10 kilometers every single morning, listening to a podcast. And that makes it very hard for someone to even touch me when I'm done with my things. You can say what the hell you want, but I'm on a top mode today. Bitch, sorry. But I am like that. So start every single day with things that makes you feel like you are the strongest woman, man, kid, whatever on the planet. And do it every day until it's a routine. I will, before I quit, here later, ask Esther to go on YouTube, and I will ask you to share your screen, because I want to show you a clip that I've been looking to. It's almost 3 years now, every single day, and my friends don't believe me, but it changed my life, and I know like every single word without even thinking about it. And it changed my mindset, my way of feeling when I feel low or when I feel like I want to give up, because Esther asked me about that as well. What keeps me motivated when I want to give up? Do you know what? I'm so passionate about what I'm doing because I created it. Simple. If you're the CEO of your own company, and if you love what you are doing, there is no such thing as trying. There is no such thing as excuses. Either you try or you don't. Not even trying, sorry. Either you do it or you don't. Because I cannot say to you, try to pick up your phone. Either you pick it up or you don't. There is no thing such try. And the same is, either you have excuses for not doing it or you have success. But you cannot have both. And when I feel like giving up, which I do, trust me, I've been having a hard time as well. The only thing that makes me stay is I know I am the first PMD in the Nordic. I know where I will be in 2 years. I know my goals. I know how big food makers will be. I know how many people's lives I've been changing just by being myself. Why should I give up? There's no reason to give up ever. If you give up, don't even think about coming back, because you will find it even more hard to run in the direction where your friends were when you jumped off. Just keep going 24/7, because it is hard. But if it was easy, everyone would do it, right?
True.
It is like that. And I can be honest with you and say, I had a terrible, terrible time. I went super, super depressed in May, June, somewhere there. Very, very depressed. And I was thinking about quitting Juice Plus, to be honest. I was very much thinking about quitting it. Not because I was not successful, not because I didn't know that I was good, because I was so tired of hanging with drama people within my team. Simple. Do you know what I did? I built a new team. Simple. I stayed because I love Juice Plus. And I did my thing. And it is like that. Never ever give up, because you don't do it for them. You never ever do this for anyone else. And trust me, the company called me like idiots because they knew how I felt. And they were super scared that I was going over to another network. But it will never change by quitting and doing another network, because the business why you are not successful is because of yourself, for giving up, for not trusting that it takes time to become something. And even if it goes very fast in the beginning, you have to follow with your personal development. You cannot think that the business is running and you are staying on the same level. You have to have a balance 24/7. Like, I've been an MD for a year now. It's exactly a year in September I've been an MD. I don't care. I earn good money. I'm very, very happy. I created the food makers. I have a good team now. I have my new flat. I'm very, very happy about that. I have a lot of things around me that is more important. Feel good, and the business will come. Of course, I've been on the Club 39. I've been on the top. I went into the business like a dealer, and all of my best friends were PMD Club 100 or more. Everyone. And I felt so much pressure. They were like, shall we go to Greece next week? And I was like, I see you on McDonald's. It was like that. Because I was super, super scared of never having what they had, until I understood there's a lot of things I have to give them that they don't have. They take a lot of things from me, and I'm not a PMD Club 100, but I'm very creative. I'm a very smart woman. I changed a lot of people's lives just by being me. And I mean, still, me and Timo is not together, but Olivia Measures is like my best friend. Lucas is my best friend. I still hang with them because I can choose the people I want to hang around with. And I create Zoom calls with leaders all over the world, not because I know them, because I take my time, try to know them. Like, I do calls, and I will give that to you as well, Esther, when we start. Every single Thursday with leaders. I interview them every single Thursday. We haven't started yet, but there is loads. And there is loads of people I know from, I don't know, just by being very social, I think. And some of the people I just thought, like, I try write them because all I can have is to know. And then they said, yes, sure, I can do it. So never ever think you're nothing in the business. There is only one you, and there's a reason for it. Shine, do your thing, and prove for other people that I'm here for a reason. I'm me for a reason. I'm not doing this to make my boyfriend understand that I'm the thing he wants me to be, or my kids want me to be. And that is the reason why I'm very, very successful within the business, because I never changed a minute since the day I started, ever. And I will never. And I'll fight hard to get on that stage in Barcelona. They want me up. And I'm very, very, very like, I have to stand in front of that 10,000 people. And even if I feel it's very far from there, even if they want me up, you have to have the mindset of it. You have to have the vision every single day. I am a PMD. Look at my name.
Yeah, I saw it.
You know what I have on my finger? I cannot take it off. It stands PMD on this ring. I don't know if you see it, because if I have it on my finger all the time, I cannot take it off. I see it 24/7, and the day I am it, then I can take it off. So you have to find your thing. Buy a necklace tonight. Do something, your next position. Write your position on your hand. I did it the whole time until I reached NMD, and you think I'm lying. Every single day. STD, SC, SSC, QNMD, NMD. And when it disappeared, I wrote it back because I saw it. And it kept me motivated 24/7 to do it. So every person within, people are crying, Shatsi lines. If you sit here tonight with goosebumps, feeling like, fuck, why did I feel that way? Why didn't I do that way? Just forget it tonight, all right? Do your thing from today on. Do the things that you love doing and trust your guts always. I have to tell you a secret with Timo, and that secret is he was the biggest love of my life. I love him still. I know he has a girlfriend, and I have someone as well. But I love him from the bottom of my heart. He changed my life. When I left him, when I left Germany, I was pregnant. And it was a very hard decision for me, leaving everything that I have. And for you guys who've been following me, maybe know Pia. She's like my sister. Leaving her was leaving my family. But the day I felt I cannot stay in this small little town where we are staying, I cannot have this relationship if I want to become more than Timo Bauer's girlfriend or more than just a little successful or people who know me within the business. I have to do the things that I have to do to become further than that. And trust me when I say, in a minute, I left Timo. In a minute. We sat on a coffee. I just said, I cannot do this anymore. And I left. And a week after, I sat in Sweden and I never turned my foot back to Germany. My things are still there a year later. And it was the hardest decision I ever made because I left my friends, I left Timo, I left our flat that we had together, and I left a lot of things. I lost my grandpa. I had a friend who was killed 5 days ago. And it's been a lot of things happening. And trust me, I've been crying nights. I couldn't go up from bed and people think, yeah, you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth. No, I wasn't. Or yes, Timo helped you building your business. No, he wasn't. Or you didn't do it for you. You did it for Timo. No, I didn't. I didn't for me. I left him. A lot of girls would stay with a man as successful as him just because he's successful, right? Or because they can travel and see the things that he brings you on. But it is not like that. Happiness goes first. Guts goes first. So if you feel tonight, fuck, today on, I'm going to be the best version of me, then be it. All right? There is no such thing as trying. Either you do it or you don't. I'm here because I know I'm perfect. I'm very, very creative. I'm a very beautiful woman. I have a big heart for other people. I care more about other people than I care about myself. I don't care about money. I don't care about things that is very, very important for people within this business, cars, big things. I rather care about feeling good myself, either if it is in a relationship to someone within the business or if it is something outside the business. I do this business to prove other people that I come from nowhere. I had a lot and I went through loads within those 3 years, but it created me, one of the most successful within Just Plus company. And you have to understand that that is just because I accept it. I'm Jessica, all right? And I do what the hell I want to do. So keep crying because it's very, very good crying out, everyone. And I want every single one tonight. I tell my team sometimes as well, write a letter to yourself. Write down all the things that you want. Write down all the boyfriends that you ever, for example, felt that I dumped him. I was very, very bad. He didn't deserve that. Maybe I should say sorry. I have a bad relationship to my dad, and I think about him sometimes. Maybe I should write him and say, I'm very sad that our relationship is not so good. But you showed me how I don't want my kids' parents to be, or whatever. Thank you for teaching me that. make good things out of bad things, and write a letter to yourself to understand what is in your thoughts. What is it that you want to change? Make a goal, a map, because I know that Esther is following me a lot. She's been doing it, and she's always wondering, like, what the hell, what is she doing? And the things that I'm doing is that I'm asking myself all the time, what is in my unconscious? What do I think about without knowing it? And you don't know it until you sit down with calm music and just write down the things that you want to know. Do everyone know Susie Mitchell?
Yeah, we do.
You know, she's the reason I have a piercing in my nose.
No.
I was in a Go mapping session, and the Go mapping session is about writing things down without knowing what you are writing. So she's like talking about something, you have to close your eyes, and then after a while, when you are totally gone, you think about all the things you never thought about. You were walking on a beach, you saw like a lion running on the water. It's like she's trying to take you away so you don't think about things that stress you normally. And then she just said, open your eyes and write every single goal that you have. You have a minute. And I was just writing. And suddenly I said, dumb Timo. And I was like, hey, what the hell is that? And she was like, Jess, shut up, keep writing. And I was keep writing. Then from nowhere come nose piercing. But I wrote like normal stuff. I want to reach PMD. No, I didn't reach PMD then. It was NMD. I wanted to reach 12 back then. It's the dumb Timo move home to Sweden, bigger team. It was a lot of things like that. And after 3 months, you have to go back and you have to do it again to see how many of those you had left. And after 3 months, the only thing I had left was the nose piercing. So I just did it the day before I went back. So every single time she sees me now, she's like, I'm in your nose. So don't be afraid of writing because it changed a lot. How many in here feels that they have a lot of feelings in themselves at the moment that they can't get out? I'll show you this clip now. I think you need it. Esther, can you make me host maybe?
Sure. My upline Sha will help you.
Let's see. Do you see my screen?
Yeah.
Slowest internet. So write this name down, and I want you to listen to it every single day. The first thing you do when you wake up. I don't care if you say you have kids. I also had kids, 2 of them, twins. They were insane. But I did it anyway, every day. So what you write down now is motivational video. And then unbroken. As you can see, it's red because Jess is listening into it every single day and it's on the top. I will share it with you now. So for 6 minutes, I want you to just focus on this. If you want, close your eyes. Normally today, I close my eyes today when I listen to it because I know it inside out. But I want you to really look on the video. And if you didn't get goosebumps by this, I don't think you're a human. You're a robot or something. So I will share it and we will see what you think.
There's one simple kissing technique any woman can use to make a man beg to be her boyfriend. It's really...
You can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your future. You have to trust in something, your gut, destiny, life, karma, whatever. Because believing that the dots will connect down the road will give you the confidence to follow your heart, even when it leads you off the well-worn path. and that will make all the difference. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. You've got to find what you love, and that is as true for work as it is for your lovers. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking and don't settle. Have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow what you truly want to become.
But you're going to have some ups and you're going to have some downs. Most people give up on themselves easily. You know the human spirit is powerful. There's nothing as powerful. It's hard to kill the human spirit. Anybody can feel good when they have their health, their bills are paid, they have happy relationships. Anybody can be positive then. Anybody can have a larger vision then. Anybody can have faith under those kinds of circumstances. The real challenge of growth, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, comes when you get knocked down. It takes courage to act. Part of being hungry when you've been defeated, it takes courage to start over again. Fear kills dreams. Fear kills hope. Fear puts people in the hospital. Fear can aid you, can hold you back from doing something that you know within yourself that you're capable of doing, but it will paralyze you.
At the end of your feelings is nothing. But at the end of every principle is a promise. Behind your little feelings, it might not be absolutely nothing at the end of your little feelings. But behind every principle is a promise. And some of you in your life, the reason why you're not at your goal right now, because you're just all about your feelings. You're all on your feelings. You don't feel like waking up. So who does? Every day you say no to your dreams, you might be pushing your dreams back a whole 6 months, a whole year. That one single day, that one day you didn't get up could have pushed your stuff back I don't know how long.
Don't allow your emotions to control you. We are emotional, but you want to begin to discipline your emotion. If you don't discipline and contain your emotions, they will use you. You want it, and you're going to go all out to have it. It's not going to be easy. When you want to change, it's not easy. If it were in fact easy, everybody would do it. But if you're serious, you'll go all out. I'm in control here. I'm not going to let this get me down. I'm not going to let this destroy me. I'm coming back. And I'll be stronger and better because of it. You have got to make a declaration that this is what you stand for. You're standing up for your dreams. You're standing up for peace of mind. You're standing up for health. Take full responsibility for your life. Accept where you are and the responsibility that you're going to take yourself where you want to go. You can decide that I'm going to live each day as if it were my last. Live your life with passion, with some drive. Decide that you're going to push yourself. The last chapter to your life has not been written yet. It doesn't matter about what happened yesterday. It doesn't matter about what happens to you. What matters is, what are you going to do about it? This year I will make this goal become a reality. I won't talk about it anymore. I can. I can. I can.
to persevere. I think it's important for everybody. Don't give up. Don't give in. There's always an answer to everything.
Guys. Amazing video, right? It's absolutely giving me goosebumps every single time. I could start cry as well. And it makes me very, very proud seeing that a lot of people is actually giving out some tears in the Zoom. It means that you have a lot of people within the team as well that care a lot about becoming more. I believe in you guys, and I don't care what you went through. I don't care what you have at the moment. The only thing that you have to focus on is becoming the better version of yourself every single day, because life's always gonna be a road that is far from straight, far. But the coolest thing is to look back and like see how far you come, and not like what you've been going through, because we are formed for the things that we settle at the moment, the things that happen in our lives. And I know that there's a lot of people who think that I'm always very happy, very, very glad, and very successful. But behind the screen, there's a lot of things going on in my head. And that is a carrot for me, making other people understand that if you want to be a person that other people look up to, if you want to be someone that people talk about, both in a negative way and in a good way, you have to stand out from the crowd. I'm sorry, but it's true. And I even stand out on conventions. I always make sure that I have a dress that no one else is having. Like one convention, I was totally pink from top to toe. Last convention, I had like the most glitter costume you could ever see, probably. And it's very important because even when people don't see you, people see you if you make sure they do. So be very, very proud of yourself. And still for Esther, I know you've been fighting to have me in the Zoom call. I'm very, very proud of you that you took your time to ask me, because I know I have a lot as well. But there is always people who sometimes will say yes, even if you don't think they will. And as Esther said, we had a small little fight a year ago or something. It was not even a fight. It was just a silly thing. But I was very annoyed by then, because there's been a lot of people just stealing a lot of my pictures on Facebook, and they are using it all over. And I felt that I did the hard work. Do you know what I feel today? Bitch, you're a fan. Cool. You like my things, you steal them, then go. Because it is like this. If people are taking your things, don't see it as a bad thing. They like you. And in the beginning, I was just like, I put hours to make my social media nice, and you just steal it for 30 seconds and put it up. But hey, it doesn't matter. We are friends, and I'm very proud of you. And I mean, keep going with the business that you are having. And I'm going to see if there is someone who asked the question. What do you tell people when they ask what you do for a living? I'm a network marketer. Simple. Don't make it harder than that. Because if you don't explain what you are doing, don't expect that people will ever take a notice of how it is to be a network marketer. If you don't talk about the product, don't expect people to take the products. If you don't talk about not being a network marketer, I'm a health coach. No, you're not. You're a network marketer, sell product, but I love them. And network marketing is very cool, and I live on it. And if you want to join, then join. If you don't, I find another person. I find it very hard to get teamies when I don't make lots of money myself. Then work harder to get your money to show people that it actually works. Simple. Because sometimes people say, it doesn't work because I don't do it. No, I didn't know until 8 months after I met Timo that he had a lot of. Because leaders don't care about money. They care about the opportunity, the knowing of what network marketing can do with their lives. You don't have to explain for them what you earn. Who cares? You just have to show them the numbers game, the understanding, and then it's up to them to fight hard to reach it. So never motivate people, never try to get people in your business, and never, ever, ever say that you are the things that you are not. Show the real side of you, find your way, be passionate about what you are doing, sit up all night if you need it, go up 1 hour earlier, use the 5-second rule, because I left someone in a 5-second rule, which means 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just say it and then go. It is not scarier than that. And if you are in a situation at the moment where you feel you cannot go out, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just do it. It changed my life, literally. I left the love of my life. I reached NMD. I talked with people I never talked with. And I run my business so badly because I love what I'm doing. And I'm very proud of being me. So keep crying, keep being very proud, have the best night ever. And I'm super, super thankful, Esther, that you took me in. Add me, follow me on Facebook, add me on Instagram, whatever. It's Nielsen's Box, so B-O-X, my last name, and then Box. I'm trying to answer as much questions as I can normally, but I just want you guys to be very, very proud. It's 11 o'clock and more.
It shows.
So yeah, keep going. I mean, there is nothing stopping you except from yourself. And every single time you think it's very hard, then sit down on the chair, like I say.
So thank you so much for all the tips. I never have listened to a webinar, Zoom call, or whatever that was so inspiring. So thank you, really, from the heart. And I really, really hope to see you on stage, because we are going. So we will clap for you, scream for you, everything.
Vote for Jess.
Yeah, we will.
But guys, I will see you, and you will see me in Barcelona. I will have a standout costume for some, don't know what yet, but I'm very, very happy to take a part of your Zoom call, and I hope I brought a lot of good tips that you can sleep on tonight. And as I said, normally there is the only tip I can give you is, if something says to you that is not right, then don't do it. I mean it. Listen to your gut, because we are created to do that. Even if it feels scary, jump. We say, like normally, jump off the cliff and try your wings on the way down. Either you land very smoothly or you fall very bad, but we survive it mostly. And we learn from it. So never say that there's a lot going on in my life. Never say I cannot do it because of that, because of time. Because I didn't even quit a week ago when I had a friend who got murdered very badly, and it was very close, and there's a lot of things going on in my life. But the thing why I'm doing it even more hard then is because I think, imagine that he couldn't live the life that I am living at the moment. Maybe I should bring more of that to other people. So be very open-minded and be very, 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 very out on negativity. And girls, stand up for girls. I say it as well. Don't talk shit about other people. I hate that. I hate drama. If you want to say something to someone within your team, within anyone around you, have their back instead of stabbing them. Tell them the truth, because the only thing that you are feeling about someone is just feelings that you own, and they have to respect them. Give it a go. Sleep well. Follow me on Facebook. I see you in Barcelona. And I very much hope that you have a successful week, good sleep, and a very good 6 minutes with my video tomorrow morning.
Thank you so much, Jessica.
You're welcome. Sleep tight, guys.
Well, bye.
Thank you.